Hi everyone, it's Sarah No Support Workers today. I've got Bhavin and we're going to talk about all things Koala One. And look, sorry, I don't mean to fangirl, but I have been playing on the system, so I can't wait for today's conversation. Support workers, buckle up. Let's go. You ready?
Thanks, Sarah. Thank you for having me.
All right, let's get crack-a-lackin' because I'm going to go straight into this question because I believe that when it comes to building products in our sector, we do it because nobody else has done it, or I felt like I was missing something. Is that the beginning of Koala One?
We actually started with a very interesting journey. So, as I've been in a provider for quite some time. We started Holistic Recovery in 2020 and a Pause Allied Health, which is one of another NDIS registered organization as well. That's in 2023, and we were using a few systems by then, and we came across it's like a real frustration in terms that some system we found they were good but no intelligence, and some were intelligent but were missing the basics. So I've been offered actually the scholarship from the University of New England in 2024 for the first batch of grad deep in generative AI. So I was lucky of the first batch, and I graduated from UNE in 2025. And this is what I started. What can I change in a community sector by using AI or generative AI? And this is where all started. So, yeah.
It is easy to work around. Is that what you learned at uni? Is that when you were planning this, you're like, right, I'm going to make it a really easy system that at any given day, a support worker or a provider can enter into that system and start creating from the beginning. And the steps are quite easy to flow.
Absolutely. The keeping the workflow as simple that any of my a new support worker come and without the induction they can start playing. That's the exact system I wanted. So we worked a very structured way in our workflow that keep it very simple, absolutely simple. So yep, you might have figured it out by the time you are playing on it. Yeah.
No, it was really quick. So I was like, oh my God, wow, because I have to do my due diligence before I have
Yes.
people on a podcast to ensure that what we're talking about is something that I would recommend for people to have a look around and have a see into it. So if I had to scale it back a little bit, before you went to uni, before the AI explosion happened, you said that you have another. Do you have another one or two businesses?
We do. We do have two NDIS registered businesses. So one is a holistic recovery. We have about 110 staff, and we're serving about 380 plus participants around our region. So sorry, but I'm coming from the New England region here, Gamilaroi country, and we are serving quite a large area, which is the story of a regional provider, I guess, which is less providers here in the town and in the regional area and more participants. So yeah, and this another business is a Pause Allied Health. So it's not just an NDIS business, but we work with quite a different funding bodies. So we work with the Medicare, workers' comp insurances, different private insurances as well. And yeah, so that's what we do in our free time.
So you thought, why not go to uni and just open a third business?
Let's talk about every founder as undiagnosed ADHD, right? And as soon as you see problem, you want to fix that problem for the world. So, hey, look, I was probably the same. And this is where the thought of Koala One came in. Actually, that was a part of my uni assignment that if you would to use AI in a fashion where you could solve world's problem, what would it be, right? And you and me both know that our sector is a quite under resourced when it comes to every provider in this country would be looking for staff right now. So how can we maximize the staff we have? Yeah. So this is where the thought come where how about we start using AI in some low key things such like writing a case notes. So if my support worker working like a 6 or 7 hours a day, and if they're seeing three participants, can they see four participants by just offloading some of the admin task to the AI or help with AI? And this is where the thought started. How about we start integrating AI into our current workflow? Yeah.
So it's gone from a a uni project to an actual business. What made you do that big leap of faith to get it off the ground? Because you could have just left it at uni.
Yeah, and look, I would totally command and give full credit to the UNE because the course, the way it was developed is to actually make a practical tool for the world. So it wasn't just learn at uni and that's it, go home. It wasn't like that. So we were actually, some of the modules and subjects were to prepare a prototype and a pitching in front of investors. So it was, very practical tool. So I said, why not Koala One? Yeah.
So do you use Koala One in your own business?
100%.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. We definitely walk the talk, and we do use Koala One in our system. So I get literally get a feedback from not other providers who are using the Koala One, but also my ground staff. When I talk to them every day, they don't shy away to giving me a feedback. So, and with Duke, and they know that I take feedback very seriously. We as a Koala One, continuous improvement is our everyday game. So we are either building a feature or clearing a bug or could be anything, but it's a 1% better every day for us. Yeah.
So how, when staff have come to you and right, I would love it if we could do X, Y, and Z. Was there any idea that they brought up? You're like, oh, actually, wow, that's a really great idea. I didn't think of that.
Some of them did. So we also, as a part of the holistic recovery, we have a 9 support coordinators in the team. And one of the support coordinator came to me and say, hey, how about if I upload the participant's NDIS plan and it spit out all the budget itself? And I said, okay, that's great. Tell me more.
Yeah.
And you can then allocate that budget to the other organizations who they are accessing the services. And I said, that's fine. And if they are plan managed, how about we just upload the monthly statements of the plan manager into the Koala One and it will calculate everything by itself. I said, consider it done. And we did build that feature. And that specifically for support coordinator and psychosocial recovery coaches. Because as you know, Sarah, the probably one of the worst of category in the whole NDIS price guide is the support coordinators. It's the price increase hasn't happened in the last 7 years, and the funding is keep squeezing. So I know many support coordinators, including our support coordinator team, they deliver so many pro bono support. So we just want to try helping them to put their admin in an effective way so they can actually spend the time to the participants. Yeah.
What we want more people to spend more time with our participants and not
Absolutely.
stuck on admin. And if there's a solution to solve it and do it very quickly, I didn't realize that you guys did the support coordination part as well, because there's quite a few people out there that do the two, and at times you have to commit to one system, or one system for support coordination, one system for support work. I love the idea that it's all in one house.
We did. So, yeah. And that is another beauty about the Koala One is that you can actually utilize and bring every staff under the one system, essentially. So all my admin staff works under the one system. All of my properties are under one system as well. All of my vehicles. So we have like 16, 17 vehicles in our company and everything under one system. All the training registers are in a one system. It is so important and crucial when it comes to a visibility, because you're not just doing it not only for the sole reason is for a NDIS, managing the NDIS practice standard, but also at some point you want a bit of a business, ease of business as well. You want everything in one place. So as a founder or owner, if I log in, I can see everything in one space. Yeah.
Is that on purpose? And so you can see it in one space, but also it makes it very clear as a business owner where it aligns and where a gap analysis in the sense of what is missing?
Yes, and hence actually one of the background story is that we name Koala One because we want to bring under one system. So currently we are developing our behavior support module as well, and the FCA as well, functional capacity assessment. So in the future, the behavior support and OT can be also matched within the system as well, because most of the functions are common. We just have to create the modules for them, and this is what we are currently working on. So large providers can be under one roof. Yeah.
Stop it. So is Koala One designed to help any specific group of like independents, like small providers, big ones? Are you aimed at any, or is it something that you grow with it with time?
So we started with building tool for the independent provider, but then we found that actually the greater needs are with the team level and particularly enterprise level as well. So because a lot of people providers were using like old foundational models, and this is where we thought we could give people a choice. So this is where we came with a team plan and an enterprise plan. So current demographic of most of our clients are they're running our team between a 5-member to a 50-member. That's the demographic, and some of the providers are enterprise providers, so they have like 100+ staff.
Yeah.
And we also have lots of independent providers who also operate within the system. And hence, we decided to just bring it out like a free forever model for our independent support workers. So they don't have to pay for the system essentially until they grow to the certain stage. Yeah.
I did love that. Oh, I must admit. So when I was playing around, I was like, oh, because I signed up as a freebie to work my way around it so I could ask questions in this podcast to ensure that we have questions to talk about.
Absolutely.
But I love that the idea is if I was to begin tomorrow, I went out as a support worker, I could start with the free version. And as time progressed and I built up the people that I work with, the people that we serve, and slowly built that. And if I was to build a team as well, it built with me and it grew with me. It wasn't just something that like, no, what do I do next? Like, I have to go to another system, and I don't, because I can just slowly build myself up.
Correct. Absolutely, Sarah. And you're absolutely right, because, in 2020, I was also an independent support worker. So I know that you have to pay lots of bills and lots of subscriptions and everything. So I have seen those days, and this is one of the things we created, that independent support workers can start for free, and they can stay on a free forever plan if their operation is limited. You know what I mean? But also, it's designed to build where they grow with the system. System will grow with them either way. And yeah.
So you mentioned also that you do enterprise for big providers. If I was a big provider and I was using a certain CRM, would it take me long to move from that CRM to you guys?
So first of all, we are offering a free migration, so it doesn't cost you to change the provider as well. We can do your data migration for yourself, but also if you want to do by yourself, we even have used AI in our data import as well. So all you do is just drop your CSV or PDF or whatever format you have data in, and the AI will map the data to the system, and at the one click, it will store at the right place in a Koala One. So if I hypothetically want to bring 1,000 participants, I could do it in 5 minutes.
Jeez, not weeks.
Yes, not weeks. The days are gone. We recently onboarded the provider, and they had about 80 staff, and we uploaded a one CSV with all the details in. And the same token, all of the staff got the invite from Koala One, and they were ready to log in basically within 10 minutes. Yeah.
Wow.
We just have to drop one file. That's all we need to do, and to match the data. That's it.
On a scale to 1 to 10, how proud of you about that? Because I've heard it takes weeks for some.
I know. We are very proud, to be honest. The most challenge is a change management, I have seen. When the new providers are coming in, obviously they have built the knowledge around their old CRM. So obviously this is a new way of working. So the different workflows and everything. But again, we have kept it very simple. So then we provide a couple of hours of onboarding tutorials, make sure they are understanding the workflows and everything. And once they are up and running, then it's just ready to go. But essentially, it's fairly simple. Yeah.
Does it take a very big team to run Koala One in the background? Because we know that you're the founder, but is there other people around yeah.
No, so we have my another co-founder, Taran. He's CTO and as well as the tech behind the Koala One, and my part is just a product lead. And then we have another a clinical lead as well, which is my better half, and she's a psychologist, and she does all the clinical work or clinical framework behind the system. And then we have the development team and a marketing team. But we are a very lean team, and we
Yeah.
have only 8 staff. Yeah, yeah. So very lean operation. I think in this
I like
era,
lean.
you
I'm for
don't
it.
absolutely you
You don't
don't
need a
have
big
to have a
team
big
anymore.
team. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's
So,
pretty cool because then that means that you get work done quicker because there's not so many
absolutely.
people that maybe block an idea or progression.
Yes, that is correct. Everyone is master in their own field, so the decisions gets taken quicker as well as the implementation is quicker.
From that part there, have you seen any providers that have moved across and went, oh, we're actually saving a lot more money now because we're billing correctly? The admin time has reduced significantly for us?
The real saving is not in subscription. I tell all of my providers, of course you will save a tiny bit of money in a subscription, but you were paying $23 to the other CRM and you might paying $18 to us. That's not a $5 is not your real saving. The real saving is your time. So imagine some of the features we have like a compliance hub. Yeah. Now that itself can do a compliance manager work. That means the organizations does not need to hire that full-time compliance manager that they're supposed to hire to meet that the NDIS practice standards requirement and whatnot. So we have at the one click of the button, you can run the whole compliance within the system, and it would tell you what are your gaps, sort of actions you need to. It even comes out with the action list. So that is just a one simple example. Another one is like a roster coordinator. So we have an AI matching roster tool as well. So that means that if we had a full-time roster coordinator, you might be able to give them a half a job to maybe a business development and reroute their efficiency. Yeah.
You can definitely tell that you're a provider first.
100%. Right through the skin in the game, we definitely, and the thing is that we wanted to solve our problem first. So this is exactly how we built it.
How did you convince your other co-founder and your better half that, hey, this uni project that I have, I wouldn't mind bringing that off the ground and giving it a crack? How did you get them across the line?
We definitely had lots of lengthy conversations and a structure and what should we do, and we were on a completely different tangent before, and by the time we build the tool and the product you are currently seeing, it's completely different. But you know what, at the end of the day, we all are proud of what we have achieved because the response we are getting from the providers and our clients, it's amazing. So, and I normally pick up a phone and talk to the provider, hey, last week you were saying you were going live. How are you going? It's great, no problem. And vice versa, they can call me as well, and find out, we're having an issue. Of course, they have a help and support, but they can also reach out as well. So that's just an open door.
When you talk about AI and using it into CRM, some people get a little bit nervous by it. How do you guys protect the people you serve, their information, our staff members' information?
So obviously, with all the tools and CRMs run in Australia, they also are protected by the 1988 privacy law in Australia. So the data sovereignty is also very important. So all of our data stores right here in Sydney, Australia, and the no data goes out of the country. So all onshore. Regarding you have to minimize the risk on what you do. So the way the system is built, it's designed to redact some of the information such as your name and your date of birth and NDIS numbers and everything. So when the data goes for processing, it does not have your real details. It actually has a placeholder. And when the data comes back into the system, that's where it merges itself. And this is what you see as a fine product. So in a way, it is pretty safe. But hey, any system you use, the other day, there was a lot of the cybersecurity is the risk. So how would you respond to any risk is by putting a strong governance. That's exactly what we have done. Yeah.
It is hard to explain at times AI and the benefits, what it could be in a system, especially for our support workers. We're so good with people. We're fantastic. And that's the reason why we work with people, because we want to avoid, wherever we can, maybe at times, technology. So it's kind of cool that you can explain that in a way that we could all understand. Thank you.
The biggest risk, Sarah, what I see is shadow AI. Because right now, imagine I have 150 staff, yeah? And a lot of people use AI right now. And they use a chat GPT, Claude, whatever, you name it, And if you do not give them a right tool, they might be running their own tool in the pocket. So they might be writing a case note in the chat GPT or Claude or whatever the system
I would
they're
never
using.
do such a thing.
Yeah, but hey, no one can stop them. What could you do? You could probably give them a more powerful tool on the top of it, and they won't use it, to be honest, because this tool is exactly designed to do a similar job, but in a more safer way. So all I tell my providers and the other providers and the clients as well, just shadow AI is actually a bigger risk than any other risk in AI. Yeah.
With Koala One, you have to integrate with other systems as well, because like for anyone that needs to get their books done, the bookkeeping to payroll, is it an easy integration? Because that's that time of year where our accountants all love us.
We do. So currently we have integrations with all three major accounting platforms, which is Xero, QuickBooks, and MIOB. And for a payroll, we have an integration with Paycat as well, which is, and to be honest, the integration is a simple click. You just have to put your ID, passwords, and log in through our system and just authenticate it. That's all it needed to do.
It just kills me sometimes when I think about, because I've been in the sector for 17 years and we had different CRMs during the time, and how much time is saved now with all this new technology that comes,
100%.
is how quick it is. And I could make a cup of tea and come back and it's done. It's
done.
So mind-blowing that the amount of time wasted on systems that just don't work, and it's a killer to us because we put things in place or we create our own system to try to get over the system.
Absolutely. Like one of the example I give you in a Koala One, we have like Koala One chatbot. Use it whenever you get chance. But you can give a pretty simple command like, can you create a draft for John's progress report? And the system will come and ask you, hey, would you like for 3 months, 1 month, or 1 week? You go back one month, and it would just generate a draft report for you. It have assessed all the case notes, all the goals, incident reports, and everything, and a generated draft report for you. All the human needs to do is go and check, make sure all the details are correct, and then approve it. As simple as it is. That's it.
What's your favorite feature?
My favorite feature is a lighthouse. So lighthouse is a very classic name, right? It's a bit of intelligent in itself. So what it does, and this is a very good function for teams and an enterprise level particularly. So say, I have 100 staff. So any given time, almost 15 to 20 staff on every day. And they might be writing 5-6 case notes. So I can't go and read 150 case notes. So Lighthouse scans every single case notes, and it actually gives a straight away feedback to the support worker via the instant message, so the internal message, and just say, hey, by the way, you've seen John just then, but you haven't write X details or Y. You didn't tell the accurate data in it. So can you please go and fix it?
So it will pick up medication?
it would pick up medication errors or any incident occur and the support worker hasn't logged any incident reports, or if often you'll be surprised, but a lot of support worker, they write a gibberish because they just want to complete the case note
Ate
quickly and get
sandwich
out.
today. Yeah, went for drive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It would just, that AI would pick up straight away, hey, this is not enough data. Can you go and fix it? Yeah.
Have you noticed the improvement of support workers and what they're writing within the notes because they don't have that opportunity?
Absolutely, because they know that this has been, obviously they're getting a constant feedback as well. So if they didn't try for a bit of a perfection, let me challenge this lighthouse and see if I don't get any messages back. But it is an automated system. So it is your like 24/7 compliance manager, never goes on a holiday, never take a leave, sicky, anything. Yeah.
Well, does it alert a team leader if something goes kaput on a shift, like something is off?
It's currently you have to go. So we kind of worked out as what is a noise and a what is important. So you have to just go into the lighthouse feature and it would just identify that this is the sixth issue you need to resolve it or need your attention. So the team leader can simply go in and they can just check it, what's needed attention, and they can resolve it. Yeah.
Have you got all the features that you want, or have you got some planned?
I do, to be honest. Every week we come up with a light bulb. Oh, this could be nice. But currently we are in a very solid structural moment where we don't want to run behind every shiny object, if that makes sense. And we really want to create a feature that genuinely helps every providers and make their life easier. So otherwise, the system will get so much cluttered, where the providers will just, it will be hard for them to navigate, to be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you're not gonna like treat me like to a surprise or anything like that. You're keeping shop.
No, not at all, not at
You're
all.
not gonna tell me about a feature that's gonna come out.
Look, the work in a constant process at the moment. So the behavior support would be our next feature, and the functional capacity assessment would be that's all embedded in a one. But also there are a lot more features that are coming for the enterprise and the teams and the independent support worker level as well. Yeah.
Do you get excited when you drop them? Like when you drop a feature,
I
do you
do.
do you watch it
I
to see
do.
how many of them are going to use it, and will they use it to the full capacity that I think they will do?
I do. And do you know, actually, one of my the biggest dilemma is, hang on one second, we have so many features, but I don't think so that everyone using at the full capacity, because either they might don't know it or they haven't had a chance to explore the feature as well. So now we are running our weekly webinar as well. So this is like our static every Tuesday 11 a.m. webinar where we talk about the new features. What are we doing? This is the way we want to keep people informed as well. So, and this is a no hard commitment. If the provider has a time, they join in, or if they don't have a time, that's okay, not a problem. But this is one of our channel we run. Yeah.
You must love it.
I do. To be honest, I love a lot, and sometimes I do get a bit of a slap in the wrist that, hey, wind back. The other businesses need you, but hey, look, this is
not
a
just the other
business.
businesses. You do like charity work as well. Like, how do you fit all this in? Do you
Yes.
use Koala One to roster your own life?
We
You said it's a system in one.
Not yet. Not yet. I would, though. I would consider that very seriously. But we do. Sarah, we run every Wednesday. You will find me at our soup kitchen. So we have our mobile food truck and we have our designated place. And we go every Wednesday between 5 to 7. And we cook a meal for people who are vulnerable and are homeless, suffering from homelessness in our community. And the project we started, this is called a beacon truck, and it's been now over a year that we've been serving food, and we kept it our motto very simple, same place, same time, same day. And because many of the people who are vulnerable in the community, they may not have a mobile phone or social media or anything.
Yeah.
So we wanted to create a very
Consistent?
consistent and a predictability as well. And this is where we give them a blankets, toiletries, to share the dignity products as well for female attendees as well. So there's a lot of people come. We get about on an average 40 to 50 people come every Wednesday and attend our truck, and they get fed, and connection is the very important part they
So
play.
people
Yeah.
listen to you and go, why? Like, you already run 3 businesses. Why is it beneficial to do something charity like, or outside of your businesses? What drives you to do that? Because you'd assume that you'd be running.
Look, when I was a student, I have seen some rough days in my student life as well when I was in Sydney, So I always believe, like, I mean, no one should go hungry every night. That the basic fundamental should be everyone fed. So that's feeding people is like right at my alley, and I love that. And we do this sleep out every night at our office, and we sleep rough just for a day or just for a night in a winter, so we can actually experience the what is homelessness, or perhaps just go to as close as possible. And one of the night, all the volunteers we were discussing that, why don't we just start something like that in Tamworth? I said, great. Then I just use the fund of my company, Holistic Recovery, and that's one of the beauty about being a director, that you don't have to ask anybody. And we went one day and we bought a truck, and then next moment was a branding, and then we started. And the community is being very kind to us as well. They've been donating stuff. They've been donating food, clothing, some funds as well. So yeah, we've been very blessed.
What is the meal that goes the quickest?
Garlic bread.
Yep.
Yes, it
Makes
is
sense.
a sourdough garlic bread. One of the mystery lady cooks for us every Wednesday, and that's one of the best bread, to be honest. Yeah, the people just smash it.
Is it quite humbling, and does it take your mind off business?
It does, Sarah, because like we go through a very busy day and a complex task and a complaint resolution and whatnot, and by the time 4 o'clock, my cup gets empty.
Yeah.
But as soon as the moment you go there, it just fills your cup. You feel you have a different gratitude toward yourself as well, to the people that come, and then you suddenly minimize your own issues, because you see, I don't have, I'm sorry, but I'm very blessed with my own life right now. And because the people, they go through very hard time. So yeah.
Yeah. Have you made more friends from it?
A lot. We get a lot of regular people, and they don't come there for food only. Lot of the people are come for connection. So they just want to come and see us and have a chat and where they're up to, and we enjoy that part as well. So yeah.
So, what has the future got in store for you then? Because you've got quite a bit going on.
Look, I think we will just keep what we're currently doing. So the a growth of our companies, but including the Koala One as well. And we are going in allied health space now. So that's the next step. And we just, I guess, keep building a right product and helping the providers. Yeah.
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 So, if you had a crystal ball, and we know the NDIS loves to change a few things, where do you see you guys 5 years, maybe 10 years from now, across all your different businesses? Very hard to tie you down to one thing.
I know. Look, I think we had a strategic planning meeting today, one of our businesses. And this is what I was telling the leaders and the team leaders. I said, one thing the NDIS has taught us, the silver line, is being resilient, because it brings so many changes
Yeah.
that you have to be resilient to and keep changing and adopting. So I would say I'm the one who would probably go and accept the change, and adapt what else we can do and how can we change or pivot. So yeah, I am not afraid of change. Whatever will happen, it'll happen to all the providers. So don't worry. Yeah, we're all in the same boat.
I know you mentioned it briefly, but out of all the animals you could have picked in Australia, why did you pick a koala?
This is the questions you might need to ask my 9-year-old daughter, because she came up with, Daddy, how about koala? I said, sure, why not? So
You
yeah,
never know. Like, I have interviewed so many founders. I'm like, how did you end up with that logo? I'm like, it's actually
yeah, no, this has no rocket science, zero rocket science behind it. My 9-year-old helped me to pick a koala, and my 11-year-old boy, he said, "Oh wow, what about Koala One?" And we just put a one as like a branch, and the koala is hugging. I said, okay, makes sense. So
Yeah.
he actually had an input designing a logo. So yeah, they both contributed in their way.
It's a family business.
It is totally family business, 100%. Yes.
Yep.
At the root. Yeah.
So, for any support workers or providers listening to this podcast or watching it right now, have you got anything that you would like to say to them in regards to if they were willing or wanting to sign up?
Absolutely. So, we tell all of the providers, just come, just sign up. There is a free forever account, so you don't have to pay anything. But even though you decide to take a trial of like a team or enterprise, you can just go for it. Just buy a minimum licenses. They're not, the team has 3 licenses, so barely a $27 a month. And we don't charge any setup fees or anything, nasty fees. What you see, what you get. And if you see and decide like within a month that, hey, this is not for me, then we just refund the full fees. No question asked. Because at the end of the day, we want to help you guys and make your workflow a bit easier. We are not here the money hungry company. So if you think the Koala One is not for you, that's not a problem. But I'm sure you would love it. Yeah. So we try to, in every steps, we have tried to use AI, where like AI creating your forms as well, the custom forms. It has a mobile app as well. So your support workers is ease of for them to use in the field. Note dictation, which is already Sarah talked about it. The Lighthouse features, the billing and invoicing, like a one click and you send all the invoices to zero. So just tell the providers that, just keep your life simple. Why to complicate? Just use the right system and make your life easier and enjoy the work-life balance. Yeah.
To find you guys, what's the best way to find Koala One?
Just search us on a Google, Koala One. Koala One is also, you goes as like a koalanotes.com.au as well. That was our previous name, and we then turn into Koala One. So they both have same product. So yeah, just Google us Koala One. You'll find it at the first result.
Thank you so much for coming to this podcast tonight.
Thank you, Sarah, for you being very kind to me.
Oh no,
This
it
was
was really easy. So, to be honest with you, the Koala One's really easy to work with, and I, as a due diligence of having a podcast, guys, I have to look at it and I have to play around with it and understand it, because support workers are leaning into this to listen to it. So I need to be
certainly.
able to explain it as well. So no, thank you. Thank you for creating a great
No,
product.
thank you, Sarah.
All right, until next time.